Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to Banished. I'm just gonna quickly pause the game here because we actually have a merchant who has arrived. Now, the merchant here, the way this works is that we go in here to trade and we can see, okay, he sells cherry seeds. Cherry seeds are expensive as fuck, to say the least. 2,500 worth. That's more than we have, I think. Like, if we just max out everything here, I think we're gonna end up at around 800 maybe. Yeah, we have 1,000. So we can't afford the cherry seeds. We could have afforded a cow or something if he had those, but unfortunately he doesn't carry livestock. He carries cherry seeds. Now, cherry seeds, of course, if we could afford them, they would allow us to have a different food source. But we can't afford, so what we're gonna do is dismiss that trade. And I think I actually just dismissed the merchant entirely. Whatever. Well, I was gonna buy his pumpkins, but I guess I dismissed the trader entirely. Oh well. Bye. So, over here we have a bit of space where we can put in a farm. Now, we can either do a crop field like this. Let's see how much room do we actually have. We could have something like this, 9x5 or whatever. We could have something like this, 9x6 crop field. And then probably have an orchard up above. Yeah, let's do this. So, there is like one little thing that needs to be removed here in order to make this work. Hopefully one of the laborers will be on that soon. We also need a builder again, apparently. I don't know what you need to build to actually make a farm like this. Well, okay, we can either do squash or we can do corn. Let's do squash. And then we need to hire a farmer. And this crop field, it only needs one farmer, so that's pretty simple. We can... Since we actually have 2 crops, I guess we could actually do another one as well. Although, the second crop field here, like, because of the hill, it would have to be either slightly... It would have to be smaller, because there's the hill there. I don't think you can... Yeah, that's too small. So we could have a slightly smaller crop field here, or we could just make a smaller orchard. Or we could have a really long one. That's actually removal and destruction tools. It sounds so destructive. Let's collect all this iron. Let's get rid of it. Also, someone please collect those mushrooms or berries or whatever, onions. I think they're onions. They look a bit silly. Silly onions. Squash 12% yield. Enable or disable automatic harvesting. Nope, that's not what we want. We want to just work. Alright, so let's see. We have a couple of options here. We can do another crop field like this. Very big. Nice and strong. Or we could do something back here. Have the little crop field 8x4 for some other crop, and then we could... I don't know if... Yeah, let's just have another crop field like this. Get another builder going there to remove that, I guess. There you go. And corn. And then we need another farmer. No more builders. Okay, so everyone in our town pretty much has a job now. That's a kind of a decent situation to be in. Of course, we are hiding away all the fields behind the tailor for some reason. Not quite sure why that is. But just to kind of make it seem a bit more legit, we're gonna take the road over here and actually run it like this. Just extend it out like that. We have a large area here we can't really use because of the hill being there. But that does mean that this entire area over here can then potentially be used for a pasture or something. Once we get a trader who can actually sell us some livestock. But that'll be the day. So let's have a look, shall we, on the living situation here. We got 29 adults, 3 students, and 11 children. So we're actually getting a lot of children growing all of a sudden. This house they just refuse to move out of. I guess the parents are really, they're enablers. Poor parents. Can we fit in any houses over here on this little ridiculous bit of land? We can actually fit in one here next to the farm. I don't think we really can fit in anything else there, so let's just put the house there. And then we do have this entire area here we can use for a pasture or something. Once we actually start having a large surplus of materials, we can go start expanding over in this direction and actually get a marketplace and such. But the marketplace is really not necessary because the villagers are fully capable themselves of going over here as long as the distances aren't bigger. Now you'll notice we actually have a bit of excess stone right now. I'm actually going to use it to make a paved stone road here. And then we can see if stuff will actually speed up. It shouldn't take too long for them to make that, hopefully. We need someone to be a builder. And that means we have no more laborers. I think we can do with just 4 stone cutters and just have one guy being a laborer. Although we do have all the craftsmen here who are out of materials or have met their quota. So they should be working as laborers, I guess. Maybe. See, they're all going over to pick up stuff from the storehouse here, storage barn. That's why our food supply is suddenly low, but then again, these are approaching 100% now actually, so they should be... once they reach 100%, the farmer should harvest them. And then either start working on the next crop or leave them be for until next year. Considering that it's late summer now, I think the latter is more likely. But that would make sense at least. But I don't know for sure. So we got our wooden house coming up over here. I'm guessing that either the farmers or the some stone cutters will move in here. That would make sense. Woodcutter and stone cutter. So stone cutter moved in with his wife, or the other way around. No, yeah, stone cutter moved in with her husband. That's how it is. So yeah, all of these are getting harvested now, which means our food supplies are suddenly gonna get a bit higher again. They have been growing downhill quite fast because everyone has suddenly been restocking. Which is why it's very difficult to say whether you have enough food, because suddenly they'll dip really deep because everyone's resupplying at the same time, and then suddenly they will be all the way up again, and no one will pick up anything for quite a while. But the farmers here are harvesting quite nicely, and that's hopefully gonna fill up the coffers a bit, the food coffers. If not, then we're gonna starve to death, and it'll be a short series. A bit melodramatic there, but that's... yeah, like, as you can see, they're really picking up a lot of food. I'm guessing, hey, they're just thinking, hey, it's corn! Let's all get some corn! And the hunters, they're not really doing their job that well. We could also put another gatherer's hut over here, because like there's this entire area here that hasn't been gathered at all. Gathered from. Let's actually just so I can kind of see what we have to work with here. I'm gonna put a road there. Gatherer and Forester now. Apparently they either changed job or moved. I'm kind of annoyed that I can't put a road across here. That would be pretty good to just... But they can walk over the hill just fine. It's just... Like, there's actually a little tool to show you that. See, that one. So if we take the quarries here, for instance, you can see Okay, the path that they take, one of them is walking across here and actually going all the way over here. And the other one's going this way around. So apparently... Yeah, you can actually see how fast they're skipping along there. On the stone road. I don't know if it is faster, but it does look a bit faster. It might just be the speed. I don't know. I really can't tell, actually. In any case, it does look a bit more professional. Supposedly, it's supposed to beat them up, I think, if you look here. Much faster travel for citizens. Much faster. And we can, I guess we can. Can we build a tunnel underneath here? Nah. Nah. Not worth it. Not worth even considering it, to be honest. Alright, so food-wise, I'm not sure we're doing so well, to be honest. We have increased our food supply quite a bit with the extra farms here, but again, we also do have a lot of people in the village all of a sudden. And it's really, really hard to know exactly how well you're doing on that front. I think the next thing we want to do is get a mine up and going. As it is right now, we don't really have the citizens to power it, because we're using so many on stone cutting duty. See, I think this is the closest we can get. We almost have the resources as well, so... See, mine road. Yeah, just connect to it there. It's gonna... Well, we need a bit more stone than we have, but that's fine, because that should come by the time they actually get it cleared out. And... yeah, the logs are not an issue. We have those as well. So this is gonna be a long winter, apparently, because it's late autumn now. And the snow is already really thick. So winter has come, winter is hard on the people. Hopefully they'll make it through. But you never know. It is a mystery. Quite eerie actually with the music here, I should probably speed it up again. The game does tend to slow to a crawl when you just leave it at a default speed. And then when you leave it at the high speed, it has a tendency to maybe get a bit out of hand if you don't pay close attention to it. So that's what I'm trying to do, just don't let it get out of hand, just keep calm and do what you need to do. The hunters really aren't keeping the tailor fed with materials. I'm thinking one of the best choices maybe would be another hunting cabin. They're not really producing as much food as I'd like to. The fishing docks are working a lot better for that. Like 1200 last season. If we look at the gatherers up here as well. If we add up all these numbers, we get close enough. That makes no difference. 1800. So 4 gatherers are getting 1800. 4 fishermen are gathering 12, 1300. Thereabouts. 14. So it's pretty good payoff per. Whereas with the hunters here, we have 3 hunters gathering 720. So the hunters are really not giving their best in terms of providing food for the people. Can't blame them for that. So the question is really whether we should consider replacing some hunters with something that gives a lot more food. Like last season, what, 151? 280? That's nothing. These fields just not worth the salt. What if... how big can we actually make a field? 11 by 15? Would this be a better choice and then assign maybe potentially both? I think actually it might be. So yeah, let's get rid of those farms and then let's make a big farm here for the next season. Now the question is, how big a farm can we actually make if we factor in everything? We have 15 by 12 here. Or we have, I think this was also 15 by 12. 15 by 11. So we can make a 15 by 12. Or we can go here and actually make 15 by 14 by 14. I think that's the biggest we can do. That's also pretty big. But for sake of everything, I think we're gonna go with the 15 by 12 here. And get that done. Now the mine over here has all its resources delivered, so that's gonna happen soon enough. You can see this amount of stored food here is really not good enough. Let's take these out of the trading post, if we can. And then I think we might need to make another gather over here. That seems to be the most reliable way of getting food, really. Just having gatherers. Now, of course, we have a lot of jobs for the builders all of a sudden. We don't need farmers right now. Well, we actually do need farmers. And see, the squash one was giving the most amount of money. For the... Okay, this field can use four farmers. Let's just give them one farmer for four people's job. That's what we're going for here. That seems fair. And let's see, over here, can we increase the priority of the no, not that one. There is this one priority there. Increase the priority of this one. Get this done. The gatherer's hut. We should have the materials for it pretty easily. They have some stuff in storage here that hasn't been picked up. I don't know how much this actually counts for, how much is in a pile like that. But, yeah. We can also get rid of this this second stockpile here. We no longer need that. Remove structures. There. It's not really serving a purpose, so let's just get rid of it. And then hopefully we can get this gatherer's hut up. Like, all of a sudden we have a bit more food again. But again, it depends when the houses decide to restock. I think that when you have a marketplace, it's a bit more stable. For some reason, I'm not sure why that happens, but my experience told me that it's a bit more reliable at least. So now the question is whether one farmer here will be able to actually make this entire field work nicely throughout the year. We'll see. If not, then we'll assign some more. But like that's the thing. You want to keep people in their jobs because then they gain skill with it and such. But sometimes it's necessary to reassign people a bunch of times. Like I just assigned another farmer here because, well, it's kind of critical that we get enough food. Really, it's not that critical that we get the mine done, although it would be nice. But as you can see, we were able to prioritize the gatherer's hut over the mine, so they just kind of left this one here unbuilt and getting this one finished. And then we're pretty much gonna... I think the gatherers by default are gonna split, so there's 2 there and 2 there. And then hopefully that'll actually overall increase the production because the stuff close to the gatherer's hut will... like there'll be less travel time involved. We'll see. Dung dung. Ooh, boat. Alright, trade. This guy is selling hide coats. And he will buy firewood. And he'll buy iron tools, but we don't really want. Can we purchase some wool? Yeah, we can ask him to bring some wool next time so we can actually buy that and make some warm coats. We could also potentially ask him to bring some coal along. Yeah, let's ask him to bring that. And then we'll buy some of that stuff. And actually make the stuff ourselves. I think that'll be end up being the cheaper solution. Alright, so with the farm here, they're planting up here first and then just kind of tending them. So these ones up here will grow up first and then we'll see how much we get out of that. We're investing 2 people's resources into it. So it'll be the same overall as the farms here last time. But hopefully it'll give more than just about 400 food. That was quite painful last time, there was just 400 food. So we got 2 gatherers working here, we got 2 gatherers working up here now. You can see that in the little thing up here saying number of citizens working here. You can then use that to actually adjust the amount of people working in specific locations if you want to. But yeah, at the moment we're getting quite a bit of population growth without really asking for it. Well, we did ask for it because we provided houses for them. But yeah, hopefully it'll work out to our advantage. Let's actually just speed it up a bit here. The mine should be done any moment now. And then once that's done, we actually have a couple of laborers we can assign to it. I'm thinking, because we still have a bunch of iron, I'll send them to mine coal and then we'll set the blacksmith to make steel tools. And then at least get some of our people equipped with the better stuff. We'll see. Michi the stone cutter was crossed by a rock. That's a problem because we don't have a graveyard yet. Whenever people die like that, if you don't have a graveyard, then people get sad, and that means the happiness will fall. Alright, mine's done. We can assign a couple of miners, or at least one, and set it to produce coal. There we go. Let's see. So far this season, we've already harvested more than we did total last season. With the same amount of people. And they are working quite nicely on it. Like, we can just look at the counter here growing up. Are they gonna harvest it all before it dies in winter here? Snow's falling all around you. Children playing, not having fun, working hard. But yeah, this is proving out to be quite a nice addition to the food supply. See, now they're starting to kind of pop out of disappearance or existence. So if you could quickly dig up the rest of them, that'd be great. That'd be great. So yeah, slightly better return per farmer there with the bigger fields. So that's definitely a lesson learned. Then during the winter here, I guess we can assign the rest of our laborers to be gatherers. We have the room for them. And yeah, hopefully people have enough work to do. In any case, winter has come, and with this winter I think we're gonna call this an episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the farming special here, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.